Alrighty, now, what do you say we change this table a bit? Because it's kind of crap. Like it's again, we don't have dates, we don't have anything. We just have two things, and those two things are not really all that interesting. So let's change it up a bit. Let's make it almost something that we would do in a little bit more of a modern setting, right? So let's go like this. Well, actually, no, let's keep it like this, but let's just change. Let's add to it, okay? And first thing I want to do is I want to get rid of everything, but I don't want to show you. Hold on. I don't want to show you how to do that in the browse. I don't want to show you how to do that in the MySQL sense just yet. So let me just see. Why can't I select you? Give me options. No, whatever. Fine. All right, so if you go to structure, this is how you can do it in PHP. Oh yeah, I don't want to drop this. I just want to delete it. Because we don't have a primary key. We don't have anything here. So let's go like this. Let's go like this. No, I don't want to drop it though. Anyway, let's start doing things a little bit more professionally, if you will. Let's go to structure and let's add one at the beginning of the table, and we're going to call that ID. And we're going to say that it's the primary key, which is fine for referencing, and we're going to say auto increment, and we're going to save that. ID, integer, primary, auto increment. You always want to have an ID. You always need to index everything that you insert. So what we did before was a cardinal sin. Let's also add, after text place, let's add two categories. Let's go with price, and we're going to make that we could make it a varchar, but we want to make that a float. And we'll do like 6, I don't know. And then we're going to make created, which we're going to make a timestamp. We'll say current timestamp is the default, and we'll say on update current timestamp, and we're done. Okay, so now we have this. If you look, now we can check all and everything because we have IDs indexed. So let's delete all this. Yep, that's fine. That's why you have to have IDs, folks. Okay, so now if we were to hit refresh, or if we were to do this, if we were to go back to the page, you'll see there's nothing there. So let's change this up a bit. Let's go here to our form. Right here. And we're going to put this BR. And we're going to do BR. And then we're going to go input type equals text, name equals price. Again, you don't have to name the same things as you do in the table. It's better practice, but price. We'll just do that. And now what we can do in this check is we can do we can check stringlen and we'll go price is greater than or equal to, no, we just want to say greater than 6. That I don't care about, but this, we want to make sure that it is preg match And let me see. Let's do PHP regular expression only float. See, like, how the hell do you make sense out of this? This means digit. It's I can't. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Let's try that out. Well, yeah, filter var is actually another way you can do it. That's another way. We can do that too. It makes it easier because I don't. There's another function for you guys. Filter var, and that would be price. We'll say filter. Now we're gonna get into these when we start putting together our site with email addresses and everything. We're also going to get into individual error messages as opposed to and let's clean it up. Oh yeah, let me also throw in there a number format, and that'll be price to let me double check. Let me see. Let me see if I need that. Hold on. Because I don't want to change the dots. So let me just double check. Yeah, I don't have to. Okay. We'll just do that. This means when you do number format, that makes it that you only have 2 decimal slots, or 3 or whatever. So you would take this number, and you would put 2 decimal slots in it. Okay, you are eating up way too much memory. Okay, and I think, no, that's fine. So we'll do number format after we do HTML special characters, after we do strip slashes. And then that, close up that. This should be good. 1, 2, wait, this is that, this is strip slashes, that's good. And then we go price, values, ID and the created are going to be price. They're going to be their own thing, right? Now, what we can also do here, we have grid, and what we can also do is we can go total equals blank. Okay. And what we're going to do here is as we build this grid, what we're also going to do is we're going to say, we'll say grid equals this, and then we'll put another div, and we're going to have to change the div we're going to put another div here. We're going to have to change it to 3. But then at the bottom, we're going to just have this total plus equals FS price. Okay? Now what this is going to do, like this put together a string with the dot equals, this is going to add each price up. So every time it goes through the table, it's going to take this total variable that we initialized here, and it's going to keep adding price to it. So now we are going to add another line here. All right, and then we're going to go down here and we're going to say out here, we're going to say like this, we're going to say total price, and I'll put a span in here and I'll go class equals grid price, and then we'll say echo out, and we'll go total, and then span it, and then do it. Hopefully the checks will be okay. Unexpected token line 34. Okay, I missed something. I might have too many yeah, I think I do. Let's see. 1, 2. Yeah, this is too many. Let's see. Okay, so strip slashes, special character 1, 2, 3, 1. Strip slashes, that might be better. Okay, there we go. So now we have to change this, obviously. So this will be auto. Let's go like that. Do I really have to? All right. So we're going to put in this, and that. Let's see what we got. Oh, didn't put it in there. My fault. Don't forget to put it in there. You gotta tell it when it's loading up, folks. Okay. Try that again. This, that. Uncoded unexpected 1 argument, 2 given. 35. Strip slashes. Oh, shit, yeah. My fault. Okay, so strip slashes price, number format. So that's here. Okay. Let me just try to help you read this. Okay, so you have a function. You have a function within a function within a function. The number format, the first parameter in the number format function is the number that you're putting in. Okay. The number that we're putting in is price, but what we want to do before we format the numbers, we want to get the special HTML special characters out of it, and we want to strip the slashes. The slashes. We want to strip the slashes. So you put all those. You put price in this one, which you want to do first, which you then put in this one. So this right here is formatting the price. Then this is giving it 2 decimal points. Okay, so just make sure that you put that (2) outside. Okay, so we'll do that again. String plus string. Are you making that a string? I gotta parse the integer then. Hold on, let me see. 53, right? Yeah, you're okay. We have to make this an integer. How do we parse that? God, I can't remember these things. Hey, we're gonna learn more functions. Let's see. PHP parse float. I think we just gotta put float around it, right? Float val. That's what it was. Float val is another function, and we're just putting in new functions. As you see here, int val, string val, so on and so forth. But what it does is it formats the value, because when it comes out of here, it's going to be, even if we call it a float, it's going to be, once we get it out of the array, it's going to be text. So we have to float val. So let's just float val. We get the float value of this. So there you go. Like I said, another function. I meant to do that. Unsupported times 3 plus float. So now, okay, hold on. Let me see. I can't. Let's make all of that a float. String plus float. String plus float, but I'm not adding strings to a float. What the fuck are you talking about? I think if I were to take that out, then I'm dividing by rule of total. I don't think this would make any difference. Oh no, I did, but it's just one. But if you notice, I want that to be a float. It's just taking the first number and it's just making it. Okay, hold on. Let's change that. Let's make that a. Let's just make that a varchar. So we just click on that. Let's make that a varchar, and let's say 6. Okay. And now. Let me put my float back in there. Again, PHP variables, still doing that. Where did I put it? Okay. Dude, you're fucking driving me nuts. Anyway. Okay, let's see what we do now. All right, so we do have some kind of number there, and but the price is just all jacked up. Hold on. Why don't I just get this out of here? Because we already have the check, right? Let's do that. Let's take that out. And let's take this out. And let's put this back in. Okay, so let me see. because like I said, PHP, you can, no, it's still not. The only thing is we're going to get this fucking variable. Non-numeric. Unless I do this. And then we can go like this. So now it knows it has to be a float. Okay. Now, let me see if I can put like this. Yeah, those ain't, okay. So that kind of works. Now let's put 35 there. So as you can see now, 35, 30, and if you wanted, you can go float val, and you can say number format, do like that, and you can say blank equals a dot. Or put the number format outside. Okay, we can do that. Get rid of that. And now, when we add, now you see, it's adding up everything that we put in here. We've got a total price. So every time we put another, I mean, it was a very roundabout way of doing it. I apologize for that. But every time we put another number in there, oh, it's got to be 3 or more. My fault. Every time we put another number there, it adds to the price. Now, this is not adding correctly, but it's making these. So let me see. I put that, and I put that, and I put, let's say 2. It's kind of making it like 200, but you know, I wouldn't. We can do much better checks than this, but if you notice, like now, because we're floating, or I guess because we're doing a float val, if you notice now, it's adding all these together, and we're getting some kind of price here, but it's adding every one of these together. It's just doing it in a very asinine way. One of the ways that we could kind of work with that is we can also go like this. We can number format and float val this to be the equivalent, and it may make more sense visually. It may. I don't know if it will, but it may. So if we do that, see, and now you can see why, because it's adding the 2 zeros. So the number formatting is not correct. Let me say this. I think it's where this is. I think that's how it is. With number format, I forgot if it's wherever there's blank space, you put a dot, or if wherever there's a dot, you put blank space. I forgot which way it was. Yeah, that's more like it. And then you see the total price is $12.62, and that total we want it to look like this. So we'll just say number format float Well, that, 2, dot, where there's empty space. There we go. Now it should make, yeah, now it makes more sense. So if we were to keep adding things in there, and then we add, say, a 35, it'd only be 35. So now it adds up better. See how it works? Now let's see if we have one that's got like this. See, that's $59.99, and now we get, so that's how you would do it. Now again, it's very roundabout. I had to re-equate myself with float vowels and number formats and everything. So the way number format works is that you say how many places behind what you want signified. So you say we want 2 places after a dot where there's a space. So it goes to the end of the number, it sees a space, it hits a dot, and then it puts 2 decimal points or 2 numbers after the decimal point. So that's how we do that. Now, as I said before, because we have a timestamp, and if we look, you see the timestamp show up? If we look and we go order by created descending, it's by default going to be ascending. So if we say descending, it will now no, I'm sorry, I had that wrong. Ascending means that it starts from the lowest to the highest, or the newest to the oldest. No, then what the hell? Why aren't you changing? Created, that's the thing. Order by created descending. I don't know, wait, this is inserting, I'm sorry. We don't have to order by it when we're inserting. Order by this is where we want. Order by created descending, because like I said, automatically it's going from oldest to newest. So now it's in reverse, newest to oldest, descending. See? Okay. So again, very roundabout. Took a lot longer than I wanted to, but there you have it, folks. This is how you can that's how you can take a variable and turn it into something like this, and that's how you can get a total. You do a dot equals if you want to string strings together or text together, and you do a plus equals if you want to get a total value of something. You also learned how to do float val and how to format your numbers. So remember, number format, what you want to format, comma, this goes in parentheses, comma, the number of decimal points or number of numbers you want past the decimal point, and how it's signified. If we were putting, if we got this in European or in, I guess, metric system terms where it would be a comma here and we wanted to change that to decimal points, then we would put dot and we would put comma here instead. But since we don't have anything, we didn't have anything but space, that's how you format it. All right? So I thank you for watching. I won't be around for a couple of days when I come back. We're going to start learning SQL queries, MySQL queries. And we're going to start delving a little deeper into functions that we can use for dates and date time. Okay, so I'll see you then.